Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn to Code with Noob. So today we are going to learn some other concept of mobx state tree. So one of the concept of mobx state tree is snapshots. So snapshots are the immutable serializations in old plane objects at a specific point in time. So basically, in a simple way, the snapshots are, you can say, they are a plain old objects. So at a particular point of time, what was the state of this mobx state tree that is being saved as a snapshot. So whenever we change the mobx state tree, so for example, here we have this MST model. So when I'm saying MST, it is always mobx state tree. So mobx state tree model, which is to do x list, right? So to do x list is a mobx state tree. So and if you see, like, this is our to do x list, it is a mobx state tree. How do I know? This is created by to do list, and to do list is a MST model, right? And it includes to do array, which is also an MST model, right? An array of this, right? Here is your to do MST model. So whatever changes which we make, they are actually being kind of the copy at a particular set of time is maintained as a snapshot in MST. Alright, so the other best part of snapshots is that they don't contain like any type information. So there is no, like, so if you see, like, in this MST, we have, okay, this task name is of type string and this one is of type boolean, and it also have like actions, right? But our snapshot, it doesn't contain like any actions or type information. So therefore it is really helpful, and I will tell you like some of the use cases where we want to use snapshots. So snapshots like are also like really reliable in like debugging something. So for example, you want to see, hey, at what particular point of time this to-do list is getting changed, and what were the mutations, right? So what were the mutations which were done so that we are in this state right now? So it is very very powerful in those kind of concepts. So snapshots again are immutable. They can be transported. So when I'm saying transported, it means they are pretty cheap. So they don't. So they are not like heavy objects. And the best part is that mobx state tree, it does this snapshotting. Like, it has this thing. It snapshots, and it always maintains a snapshot of each node in the background. And the cool thing which they do it is by structural sharing. So when they do this thing with the by structural sharing, I will make another video how you can do structural sharing and what is actually the structural sharing is. Uh, so yeah, so by structural sharing, right now you can just think of like structural sharing is a cool thing by which you can maintain a snapshot of huge mobx state trees in the background. Um, Basically a copy in a Java objects in a very cheap way. All right. So in order to access the snapshots, what you can do is you already you can have like a hook or a callback, which is provided by mobx state tree. So callback is onSnapShot. So I will, in this code, I will actually give you some examples of get snapshot, onSnapShot, and onPatch. So all of the three useful method examples, right? And in my future videos, I will also give you um, how you can update models or restore them to a particular state by using snapshots, so things like that. But right now it is like a first overview of what are snapshots, how we can use them to like just see what are the changes being made in the MST. Alright, so what I have done in this code is I haven't changed anything in this code. So those of you who are like new to this video, they can watch my previous video. I will post a link of that previous video in the description down below, so you can go watch that, and then you will have an idea of what this code was all about. The only thing which I have changed is I have added a use effect. So those of you don't know what use effect is, you guys can watch my video on hooks. I have covered all of the concepts of hooks in this use effect, and I have explained what the use effect is. So I have added a use effect hook. So if I added it in an empty array, so it will always run once. So after it runs, it will register this onSnapShot hook. So what this will do is I have an array and I am just pushing the snapshot in that array, and every time I push it, I create a new array and just print that array. So whatever the current state, whatever the state changes are, they are printed on the console. That's pretty much it. Alright, so now I will just show you how, like when I'm actually changing the state of MST tree, how the snapshot is getting printed. Alright, so I will just do this, and I will just clean it up so that we know from where to watch these consoles. Alright, so I have to watch these consoles after 2112. Alright, so if you change the name, right, so here is the snapshot of this particular state. So I change the name. This is the new snapshot. This whole MST is saved as a snapshot now, and the snapshot is okay. The task name is changed to blah221, and the rest of the things remains the same. Okay. So now what happens if I change the name of 222? Let's do that. Alright, so if I change the name of 222, here this whole thing gets saved, in which the task name is blah221, task name is blah222, and task name is 223, right? And before that it was 222. So here you can get like a normal idea. Okay, now what is the current state of our MST, so MST tree. So if you want to get that current state of an MST tree, you can get it from snapshots. Alright, so this is good for getting current states, and it has like a lot of other uses too. So there's a thing called apply snapshot, which I will cover in my future videos, which updates the state of the model and all of its descendants to the snapshot. So I will cover those in my future videos. So I will just keep it simple for this video. So yeah, so this is how you can use a snapshot, and this is how snapshot looks like. So if you see in the snapshot, there is no mentioning of, hey, what is the action of this MST tree, right? What is the type of this thing? So it is pretty light, plain old object. All right. So from here we know, okay, what is the state at a particular time of this MST tree, right? But if we want, if our MST is pretty long, pretty large, right, then from here we cannot really figure out, hey, what actually mutated, like what was the particular property. So from here I can just say, okay, this task name at 2 was changed, right? But I cannot, like, if I just see it, I cannot really detect it. Like, I really don't know what changes made to generate this new snapshot. Like, what changes were made to generate this new snapshot, or what mutations were made to generate this new snapshot. So if I don't know, then how I can know about that? So to achieve that thing, we have another tool of our mobx directory, which is onPatch. So what I will do is I will just uncomment my onPatch implementation and comment my onSnapShot implementation. So my onPatch implementation is really the same. It's just a rename of onSnapShot to onPatch, and this variable name is changed from snapshots to patch. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, everything stays the same. Okay, so I have one onPatch hook or one onPatch function, which is basically, it is invoked. So you can also read the description. Register the function that will be invoked for each mutation that is applied to the provided model instance. All right. So now I will show you what is the difference between snapshot and patch. All right. So let's start from fresh, and I will open the console. All right. So now 2116. All right. So now I change the name. So now you can see in this patch, it basically says, okay, this was the thing, this was the operation which was done. It was a replace operation, and the path was 0 task name. So it was like a first element of the array, and the property which was affected was task name, and what was the value? It was blah to 1, and that's what we changed, right? Now that's really good. Now I know in this version, in this patch, that okay, this thing was changed. All right. Okay, so what if I change the name of 2 to 2? Right. So it says, okay, replace path at the second element of an array, task name property 2 to 2. So what if I change the completion status? All right. So it says the replace operation was done, the path was 1 completion status, and the value was true. So here I can literally see what were the mutations made from on the MST, right? And you can basically combine both of these things to get more sense of, okay, what are the mutations which are being made on the model, and what is now the current state after this mutation is being made, right? So you can do all of those things with the onPatch and snapshot. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. So a quick summary. So I covered snapshots and I covered patch. So snapshots will give you, hey, what is the current state of MST at a particular time, but patch will give you what are the mutations which are made at a particular time. So yeah, this is the difference. So in my future videos, I will also cover how you can use the apply snapshot method, right? How you can use snapshots which can be converted to models when needed. So things like that. And I will also make another video with the structural sharing concept. Right? Thanks. That's pretty much it. Keep watching. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please don't forget to click on the like button. If you don't like this video, please mention why in the comment down below. Like, share and subscribe. Keep learning.